Can I use magic?
I thought they were all dead.
That was weird.
It's the worst
Oh
thing.
my god, how many of you had, man?
Hardcore parkour Friday nights.
Yeah. It's a rich role-playing experience. Hey guys, this is Drew. Welcome to Atlas Stellarum. Our heroes in this setting are members of a mysterious group called the Gateway Consortium, and their magical abilities let them traverse a galaxy-spanning network of portals. Mechanically speaking, we're still going to be using the Savage Worlds rules you're familiar with from Bohemian Galaxy, with a simplified version of the mage rules you might have heard from one of our interludes crafted on top to represent their mystical powers. Thematically, Atlas Stellarum is going to borrow a lot of tropes from the space western and space fantasy genres, so it should feel a little bit more like Star Wars and a little bit less like the hard sci-fi that you might be used to from Bohemian Galaxy. Adventure and the unknown lurk behind every new portal that our heroes enter. Anyway, that's enough of me talking at you guys. I'm really excited to get started with this project, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, fasten your seatbelts and get ready to join the world of Atlas Stellarum. Hi everyone, welcome to the world of the Gateway Consortium. I'm your DM, Drew. We're playing a futuristic, galaxy-spanning adventure setting where the player's characters have access to dangerous mystical powers that they'll use to investigate sprawling city planets, explore new worlds, and uncover unthinkable secrets. So I guess we should start off with people introducing their characters for this setting. I'm going to randomly pick Justin to go first.
Man, you were saying something about exploring new worlds, and then my sound cut out, and it came back with, and I'll randomly pick Justin to go first. Who the hell am I? I'm Justin. I'm playing the character of Exacerbites of the Empire of Thestinage from the planet Jameet. And,
Wait, sorry, can you pronounce your character again?
Exacerbites?
Okay.
Exacerbites. Jesus God.
Exacerbites.
Do you have like a nickname you go by or anything?
Called me Exo. Exo has been in the guild for about 6 years. Before that, he was in the Thestigenian Legion, which basically like the Roman Legion, but with a focus on combat medicine. Anyway, he's been in the guild for about 6 years, and I think the past 2 years he's been palling around with Mercurio.
Yeah.
TJ's character. And
Yeah, we met when we got into a fight at a bar because well, we'll see how I am in a minute, but you kicked the shit out of me, and I was like, wow, this guy, mad respect. So then I joined your crew, and I've just been calling you EXO ever since.
Hey, Justin, have you told the audience about your better half?
oh yeah, it's common in the Thestigenian Legion to have an animal companion. Mine happens to be a Thestigenian rhino, colloquially known as a horn dog. And
What? How big is this rhino?
Yeah, is this a full-size rhino?
No,
oh, it's a full-sized horn dog.
Yeah, how large is that?
it's like a medium-sized, dog-sized rhino, so,
Okay.
Oh, a pygmy rhino.
hence the name Horn Dog.
You can pick him up, but he's pretty heavy. She actually, her name is Chocolates.
Oh my god.
She's a little rhino covered in brown fur, really short fur, and she has this cask around her neck that's half Thestigenian wine and half water to dilute it, kind of like those dogs save you an avalanche by getting you drunk. You know what I'm talking about? St. Bernard's, is that right?
Mm-hmm. I do. Well, young people might not, but Back in our day, there were cartoons where these dogs had bourbon around their throats, and they would rescue people who were caught in snowstorms.
Really?
I think also I think further back in the day, this was a real thing.
I'm not sure, actually.
I mean, well, I'm just dating it for us, because this is the perspective Justin... Like, Justin wasn't in avalanches saved by a dog with bourbon.
But that would save it.
Yeah, no, he's more like... He's a comfort animal. So, anyway.
Yeah.
Man, if today had gone as planned, that would have been like about 1 million times smoother. But as it is, I'm pretty sure I forgot some things, and I suppose we'll discover that through a rich role-playing experience.
Do you want to tell people a little bit about what kind of mystical powers you have?
Yes. Exo has a focus in life in terms of his magic ability, and he also has some matter magic and space magic. What else should I say?
That's probably good.
Okay.
I mean, unless there's something else you're dying to say.
No, I
mean, I think this has just been such a polished intro. You're just gonna leave it as it lies.
Ah, God. You have no idea how much
We can circle back around if you...
this upsets me.
Yeah.
Circle back around to me in like 4 hours when I'm in the place I wanted to be.
Whatever, we can just drop little gems as we go throughout the first session.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
we need room to improve, so I'm just making a lot of room.
No, it's fine. All right, who wants to go next?
I can go since I already started. Okay, so my character is Mercurio Fairfax of the clan McSpade. He's from a world called Grum. And in this world, it's like, imagine like the Scottish Highlands where it's organized into clans who are constantly warring with each other. It's a dark world. The star it circles is older, and so it's dimmer. So my character actually has a minor problem, like he can't see very well in bright light, so he constantly has to wear sunglasses. Major hindrances are he's very arrogant, and he has a death wish. So just imagine like, I don't know, like a Scottish biker, a motorcycle gang kind of biker, but he's like fit. He's not like overweight like you'd imagine, and he's young. He's not that kind of biker, but he's just like, fuck yeah, adrenaline, and like he wants to fight everybody, and he thinks he's better than everybody, which is exactly how he got into the fight with XO. He was just like, yeah man, like, you know, you looked at me wrong, let's fucking fight. But then he got his ass kicked.
So I think part of what Exo likes about your character is that he loves to fight, because he loves to heal you after you get into your fights.
So we make a good team. My character, like, he's actually fairly good at fighting. I don't know if your character is, so whatever happened in that fight, who knows? Maybe we'll unveil that someday. It was during like a battle on my world where I had a near-death experience, and that is what woke me up to magic. And my primary schools of magic are death, like that's my main one, because he's so involved in fighting. The secondary one is prime, and then as a minor one, he's into mind magic. We've been powing around as a group for the Guild Consortium for a few years now, and I'm just in it for the fights. After every big fight, like that was like notable, where like either somebody died or somebody almost died, like on our side, because of course the enemies are going to be dying left and right. He gets a tattoo to like memorialize it. So he has a lot of tattoos on his back that you can't see. Huh?
Every fight?
Every significant fight. Like if he just kicks somebody's ass, not a big deal. But if he gets shot and he has to like, you know, he almost dies, or if it was like really crazy.
Does he have a tattoo memorializing when Justin's character beat his ass?
Yeah, actually, he does. And it just says XO on his back left shoulder. But like I said, right now, most of the tattoos are on his back, and there's like 7 or 8 of them. But as we play through, he's going to get more visible tattoos.
He's going to get a face tat?
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. Maybe we don't get into any fights at all in the course of this campaign, and he doesn't get any tattoos.
Great negotiators.
I mean, it's unlikely, but not impossible, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm skeptical.
Sounds delightful.
It's impossible. I mean, not from the perspective of what's out there for you. Just, I know you guys. You're going to get into fights.
Yeah.
What if we all die before we get into our first fight?
Okay, sure, yeah. I guess, you know, maybe I'll just roll a die, and on a roll of 1 million, the world gets destroyed by an asteroid. Every day I roll what's the chance that your world gets completely annihilated? Space debris.
Not today.
And that's my best chance of not getting a face tattoo.
All right, who wants to go next?
Well, I just finished reading back my backstory, so I'll go.
Oh yeah, it's fresh in your mind.
Relatively. I'm Travis. I'll be playing Laniakea Turb. I grew up in a suburban planet that just is not a notable part of the galaxy. I awoke as a child, and the Gateway Consortium came up to ask me, hey, you want to start studying that weird shit? But they looked like a weird cult to me, so I was just no. I passed on that and just grew up with my family, boring suburban life. When I became an adult, I eventually did join the Gateway Consortium and went on a bunch of missions and learned about some magics. And then at the age of 29, I was visited by a future version of myself that told me about an apocalyptic future where this sector of the galaxy was destroyed and that I needed to go back in time and prevent that. But my future self was pretty vague about the whole ordeal. But I accepted. My future self sent my 29-year-old self back to my 9-year-old self. So I'm now a 29-year-old in the body of a 9-year-old. And this was around the time where I was awoken. And this time I actually went with a weird cult of magic people. And that's where I am now. Does that make any sense?
So, yeah, does that mean, do you, in your previous life when you were 29 and you were in the Guild Consortium, you were significantly older than us. You were 20 years older than us, right? Because you're seeing us now at 9.
Yes.
So you wouldn't know.
No, it's the other way around. You're older than him.
Yes.
Her. It's right now at 9, you guys are whatever, 30, 40, I don't know. Which means 20 years from now, you'll be older.
That's right, okay.
So I'm actually a half-elf female.
Okay. Oh yeah, we should point that out. I'm human. Exo is also human?
Yeah.
Okay, so you may or may not know people within the consortium that we run into.
I might know.
At a different stage in their life.
Yes, I will know them from 20 years in the future. But I'm very hesitant about changing the future because, time loops and who even knows what happens there. So my hindrances are based around being cautious and being in a young body. So I'm physically weaker, but I'm also hesitant to act on knowledge that I have of the future.
Is time your primary magic school?
I'm focusing on time, space, and force.
Our last player, Kelly, why don't you tell us a little about your character?
Hey everyone, I am Kelly. I'm playing as the character Orion Nachostil Sueño Cash. So Orion was born in the town of Donkey Pit. So it's a mining town. It's sort of in one of the struggling outposts. They're on a moon called Gloop that's famous for being struck by meteors and asteroids and things like that. Growing up, his dad, named Dex Cash, was a grifter, and so they used to travel around these different mining towns, grifting people. It wasn't clear if his father had powers or not. Lots of crazy disasters happened. So eventually his dad was arrested and sent to prison. Orion's powers awakened when he was struggling to break free from his captors and save his father, but he was too young and weak and unable to do so. So instead, he was put in a boarding school for magical foster youth.
by the consortium?
It's a small private boarding school. And that's where he learned to control his different magical powers. But eventually, he was expelled with another group of foster youths, magical foster youths, and they sort of created their own band that would do odd jobs for money. So they would find missing persons or they would steal things. But eventually, they took a job from some bad people. His team there was A Squad and B Squad. He was on A Squad, and B Squad was in trouble, and so he went back to save them. And they ended up all in a huge disaster and got sent to a prison camp. So basically, while he was in prison for 10 years, he just spent most of the time burying his friends' dead bodies while they all, worked themselves to death. But eventually, he earned his freedom, Or at least the Gateway Consortium has some sort of plan for him, and so that led to his joining up with all of you guys. Due to his experiences with death in magic, most of his magic centers around things that have to do with examining bodies, looking at close recent future, past events. So it's mainly concerned around how people die or did die or will die. And then in terms of hindrances and such, because he was betrayed so badly, he doesn't trust people, so he's suspicious. He's also, because of all of his minor crimes, he's wanted, so he's not a major hindrance, it's a minor hindrance. But the wrong people tend to recognize him in bad places. But he's also somewhat ruthless as well, because after being screwed over so many times, he now thinks it's just him against the world in the sense. And he also has the freerunner edge.
Me too. Both free runners.
Yeah.
Hardcore parkour Friday nights.
Sounds like fun. So yes, from those simple beginnings, you have the character Orion.
Nice. All right.
Also, we definitely, like, I'm gonna nickname you Cash Money. Just saying.
Oh yeah, did your like band of miscreants have like a name, Kelly?
I'm sure if I had taken more time, yeah, I'm sure they do.
Yeah,
maybe it will.
It'll come up at someday.
Well, whatever. We'll fix that in post. This will all be smooth as whipped cream.
We call it donkey butter in the donkey bit.
Oh yeah, was your prison camp on Donkey Pit? Or no, I guess it was on the moon, right? Gluck Rock?
Probably not, because the like shitty mining town thing wouldn't have like the capacity to imprison like magic users.
That's true.
Also, I don't think it gets much worse on Gloop Rocks. So really, what's the difference? I mean, prison has like 3 square meals a day, whereas shitty mining town does not.
Dang. All right.
Yeah, if you really wanted to get bad, you had to go somewhere else, because it's one of the shittiest places in the galaxy.
Nice.
Hive of shit and villainy. All right, should we get this shit show on the shit road?
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Sounds great.
Okay.
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't know, we all stop being friends because of how much we hate this.
Yeah, let's find out.
Seems likely.
I mean, you asked what the worst that could happen is.
Did we start with a toast?
Hmm.
Possibly to the opposite of that?
Sure, what are we toasting to?
I mean, it could be to a rich role-playing experience that brings us closer together rather than tearing us apart.
Yeah, I like that. To bringing ourselves closer together instead of tearing us apart.
Cheers.
Ale Satan.
Ale Satan.
You'll see. Alright, so our story is gonna start out on the thriving city world of Indela, where, what are your names? Right. Exo and Mercurio have been gathered together by a powerful mage by the name of Kai Varel. He tells you guys... Actually, sorry, I guess I should also make sure. Do you guys already hang in with Laniakea at this point?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was my understanding, but I guess you can make that call, Travis.
I think she's pretty new, but
Yeah, the consortium just added me. I proved that I was from the future, and they were like, well, I guess you're already here.
The three of you then have been called here to Indela, where this powerful mage, Kai Varel, takes you into his citadel, and he says, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I've got an task for you if you're interested. It'll involve some exploration, feats of daring do, possibly, and you'll have to travel with this asshole." And he points to this man sitting in a chair solemnly across the room.
Hey, what up?
I shout to him, "Don't take it personally. He refers to all of us this way on first meeting."
Yeah, it's a term of endearment, it says.
I too was once an asshole.
Oh, don't worry, Exo. You're still an asshole to me.
Pharrell jokes.
Yeah.
Orion's getting more weirded out by the minute. His alertness is super high. He doesn't know what's going on in the Citadel, but...
Anyway, Orion here has recently gotten out of wizard jail, and he's decided to turn his life around and use his talents for good? I don't know. Just I don't want him here wrecking my world. So
I encouragingly say, no, good is the right word, Varel. You picked the right word. Continue, please.
I sent out an exploration robot a little while ago to a planet 1 portal away from here, and I got a message back from it on a one-time communication stone that said it had found something interesting. Might be a new portal to an unexplored sector of the galaxy web, but I haven't heard anything since, and the robot scout hasn't returned. So if you guys are up to it, I'd like you to go through there and see what's happening.
Yeah, sounds good. What's the name of the world that the new portal was discovered on?
Ormarath.
Ormarath.
Kind of a backwater. There's a portal directly between Indela and Ormarath, but I'm sure you've never heard of it.
Yeah, I haven't. Okay, when do we load? Let's go right now. Can we go?
Yeah, I'll show you guys to your vehicle, get you prepared with some gear, and get out there and see what's happening.
So Ryan turns to Exo because he seems to be the friendly one. He's like, you guys do this all the time? Is it just like the kind of shit you guys get up to?
Indeed, I've done it for about 6 years, friend. Mercurio here, about 2.
I've been doing this about 10 years.
Do I know the background of these people I'm with?
You may just come and go pretty regularly based on whatever their business might be, or like...
What do you mean, come and go?
Like, could I expect to run into a new mage like Orion every once in a while over my career? And
Every once in a while, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you'll see people from, like, different places, because they have a relatively easy time going from place to place, so...
I was just thinking about my time before meeting Mercurio, and how I assume he's not unusual, like...
Right. I mean, you're not like common, but in 6 years you certainly would have met a fair number of them.
How often are the groups like assembled and deassembled or changed?
I would guess that Exo was assigned to a group when he first joined, and then as more people came in, he got his own group.
Yeah, that's what I was...
I'm gonna lean towards Exo being our captain, so to speak.
Hope you're ready for the promotion, Exo.
They're like, we need moral people leading these groups. So, Exo, you're the new captain.
Well, I mean, I was picturing, the 3 of you have already, been together for a little bit, so you've been sort of traveling together.
Yeah.
This is the first group I've been assigned to, and obviously the first group Laniakea has been assigned to in the new body.
In this time period.
In this timeline.
Yes. I asked specifically for, like, how to flavor my encouragement or reassurance of Orion. My level of confidence.
You might be nervous having a new person in your group, I guess, but it's normal.
But it's fairly normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he dies real quick, we'll get somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's happened. I mean, I try to heal people.
Yeah, maybe it hasn't happened. I mean, most of the time it's not, like, super risky, right? Like, by and large. Obviously, behind the scenes, that's all going to change now as we're adventuring, but you don't necessarily go into this thinking, oh, yeah, this new guy might die.
Maybe I'm a little overconfident. I've gotten too comfortable. Like, yeah, this is a cake.
You're like, I'm too comfortable. This guy might be a red shirt.
No, I just...
Yeah, are you wearing a red shirt, Orion?
Yeah.
Who said I was wearing anything?
Nice. There's that horny coming
Well, first,
in.
let's get some clothes on you.
So,
Some sort of beat up leather jacket. Maybe a hat.
yeah, probably looks badass.
He's just Donald ducking it.
It's okay, Donald ducking it is a respect fashion tradition on Indela.
But I turn to Exo and I'm like, hey, you guys realize there's a kid here, right? Are you guys going to take this kid with you?
Dude, she's badass.
Yeah, she is a formidable opponent. Don't underestimate the child.
She fought with you guys?
Yeah.
She's only been here a short while, but she has proven herself.
Okay, man. However you guys do it here in the Citadel.
You can rely on this little girl.
I've heard that before.
Weird.
Yeah, that is a weird thing to have heard before.
I've been betrayed by too many kids, man.
All right, anyway, so yeah, Pharrell turns to you guys and says, why don't we go on out to the portal to Ormarath? I'll show you what's up.
Sounds good.
So you guys get in like a hover car. It's a trip of like a few hours away from his citadel. And you get there, and there's a big vehicle, big RV. You get the impression that it's kind of like an exploration RV.
Planet rover. Hell yeah.
So he says to you, I think there's a good chance that whenever you find this portal, the most straightforward thing to do is for you guys to just be the team that goes through it and sees what's on the other side. So, Exo, I think you've earned this. It's time for you to get one of these to drive around for yourself.
I try not to cry as I say, that's the first time he didn't call me asshole.
I've earned my name.
And then he pats you in the back and he's like, "Good luck out there, asshole."
I won't let you down.
As you guys walk up to this big vehicle, the under hatch opens up and a ramp comes down, and you see a snake person slither down from the ramp. And Varel says to you, "Oh yeah, there's one more member of your team. I forgot. This is your science tech. Her name's Creighton. She is a member of a race that doesn't actually speak. She doesn't have the right vocal cords, but she has a translator around her neck. She's like, 'Hello. How's it going?'
Great. It's going great. How are you?
I'm just fine. I was just in there ironing my beautiful red shirt."
Does she have legs and arms, or?
She has arms. She doesn't have legs. She has kind of like a snake body.
Hi, Creighton.
Good to meet all of you. I've heard so much about you.
I offer my hand to her, and I stare her in the eyes, kind of like a dominance thing.
Okay.
Making friends?
How's it going? So she has like a kind of a snake head too, so you can only look in one eye at a time.
Okay.
They're like on the sides of her head. She looks at you with one eye. She's gonna win a staring contest. Snakes don't have like eyelids per se.
I guess I hold her hand for like an unusually long amount of time, like trying to like stare her down, but eventually have to give up, and I'm a little like, ugh, she got me.
So he's like, haha, that was weird. You're a weird one.
And I don't even ignore. I like don't even respond. I just walk past her onto the ship.
Okay, well, I just rolled a d20 to see how Chocolatees reacts to her, and I'm afraid she doesn't like her at first. And so she starts like kicking the ground, getting ready to charge. I'm like, whoa, Chocolatees, no.
Oh, that's so cute. You've got a horn dog.
Oh, you've seen one?
I've heard so much about those. Yes, I've read about them in one of my many science files that I read.
She's just a little nervous. I fish around in my pockets for a horn dog treat, and I give it to Creighton. Here, just give her this treat.
Here you go. Enjoy this treat.
Good. She rolled a 17. All right. Chocolatees warms up to her and eats the treat. Everything's cool. And I visibly relax. Oh, that would have been really bad. Anyway, it was good to meet you.
All right. Shall we get started for this trip? I believe Varel is going to open this portal for us.
Actually, oh shit. Chocolatees really doesn't like Orion. Just rolled a 2.
Are you just gonna roll for everybody? Oh my god.
It's on first meeting. Okay,
Yep.
Hold on. All right. This is a problem. We thought everything was cool when we met you, Orion, but we're getting into this cramped space, and something's wrong. So here, take one of these, and she totally is into it and wants to treat. I rolled a 15. So, if you want to give it to her, I think we'll be cool.
Orion puts it in his pocket.
What? She's just gonna follow you all around the ship, man. Give her the treat.
Starts walking around exploring the ship.
What the?
It's a good way to make friends.
Chocolatees just starts following him, like begging for the treat. And I'm like, Chocolatees, come. And I follow Chocolatees in. She's just not listening to me at all.
I say, "Don't worry, man." And just teasing her a little bit to warm her up, but not in a sexual way.
I pull out all the treats, trying desperately to get Chocolatees to pay attention to me instead of Orion, and it's just not working. I run into the ship, still begging for Chocolatees to look at me.
XO! This ship doesn't have any guns. It doesn't have any weapons. What are we gonna do?
That's not my concern right now. Chocolatees, come to me.
Has Chocolatees warmed up a little bit to Orion?
Yes, she totally likes you. She wants the treat.
He doesn't give it to her, but he's warming up to her too.
Oh, you tease.
Wow, what a
He's
dick.
he's the only one Orion likes.
EXO is. I'm just beside myself. I'm starting to lose my mind with chocolates. God, I rolled a 5.
Started.
I resign myself. I'm like, okay, I don't. You like Orion? It's fine. Orion, like if she seems like she needs to poop, just like bring her over to this part of the ship. I think that Varel won't mind if there's a bunch of rhino crap here. Anyway, I have to go take care of. Mercurio's yelling something about guns. You watch. Just take care of her, please. And I go look for some guns with Mercurio.
And I yell, "Is this spot only for rhino poop?"
Blah, blah, blah. Something unintelligible.
Charlie Brown parent noises.
Then I'm like, it's fine. It's fine, EXO. I'm here at the sensor suite. There could be communications maybe here, and the pen is mightier than the sword, they say, so if I have to use weapons or words as weapons, this is, I think, the place to do it. I don't know. Maybe, we all have, like, the communications. The sensor suite's not unique.
But there really aren't any weapons on this ship, Mercurio?
No, there are not.
I suppose we'll have
Didn't we just show up? Aren't there 4 weapons?
Hey, you guys are weapons.
4 sexy weapons?
Sexy weapons.
Yeah.
Also, a small child is there.
I don't classify myself as a sexy weapon.
An age-appropriate weapon.
Yeah.
I say 5 weapons, right? Right, chocolates? And she's just not even looking at me. She's completely absorbed in Orion.
Oh, disrespect to Caitlin. She probably has some venom.
Caitlin looks at you and she's like, yes, there are 5 of us. Although I am not perhaps great in a fight, I am still there for you, X.
Oh, I come up to Caitlin. I'm like, I apologize if this is rude to ask, but are you venomous? Because that would be so cool.
I am a little bit venomous, and it is pretty cool.
That's great. I now, I offer her the respect knuckles.
Thank you. Thank you for your knuckles.
You said she has hands? Is that correct? She has arms?
Yeah, she has hands. Picture a snake, kind of like a cobra, or part of her will rise up off the floor, and she, slithers on the rest of her body, and her arms are coming off the part, risen off the floor.
Do we do a notice roll, Drew? Is there anything to notice?
No, I mean, you guys can take the time to kind of explore the ship, and, unless there's something specific you're looking for.
What's the healing facility like? Is there anything like that?
Yeah, there's a medical bay. The facilities are medical bay, science, tech, processing and sample storage, a matter reprocessor, a sensor suite, and then it also comes with equipment, so there's lockers, I guess, and we each get a comm link and a language there's 2 language translators and 5 comm links. Is Caitlin using a language translator, or does she have a third one?
No. This is so what she has is something that basically specifically translates her speech into speech you can understand. These are a separate, more generic device.
So if she got killed, we couldn't take it and have 3.
What is the speech we understand?
What's that, Travis?
We speak in common, or...
Let's call it common.
I also speak a little Gallic.
Is that Galaxy Gaelic?
That ever comes up. No, Gaelic is the American way of pronouncing, I guess, the language.
I'm gonna read the medical bay facility description. Rover has a cubicle dedicated to medical procedures. The small room contains a hospital bed with an automated door that integrates cutting-edge technology from the Jameet world. And chocolates, look at this shit. It's just like home. Chocolates?
Yeah, we can totally get you spayed here.
She's not in here. And we would never spay a Thestaginian horn dog.
Alright, let's take this fucker out.
Ship?
Is Kai opening a portal?
I'm gonna go to the sensor suite and go over those.
Okay, you can do it with me.
Oh, you're sensor suite?
Yeah, I was sitting at the sensor suite. Because there's no cannons.
Then I'll go to the matter reprocessor. Hang out there. Wait, God damn it! Did you do that?
Laniakea just tries to go to different places, and every time she gets there, someone's like, "No, sorry."
Occupied.
Orion just sitting in the kitchen being like, no, this seat's taken.
I go to the matter reprocessor and I want to see if it can create a shot glass. I have something to pour my base whiskey into.
Yeah, it definitely can create a shot.
Do I need to roll or can I just start
You
it?
want a plastic shot glass or a metal shot glass?
One of each.
Chocolatese sees your shot glass and starts knocking against her cask on her neck with her hooves, like nuzzling you.
I love Chocolatese now. Orion has fallen deeply into appreciation for Chocolatese.
Feeling apparently is mutual.
What do I need to do to work this matter reprocessor?
I mean, if it's something simple like a shot glass, you don't need to roll or anything. You just probably just like a schematic you can look up. You probably just take a cup schematic and resize it.
I do that. Can I pour a shot from Chocolatese? I ask Exo.
I'm not actually there.
Oh,
Just do it.
I look around and realize he's not there, and I feel stupid. I don't tell anyone.
But Chocolatese wisely taps against the side that has the wine in it.
Oh, I thought it was watered down wine, not half and half. Like,
Yeah, there's
not separated half and half.
There's 2 chambers, yeah.
Oh,
So you can
2
I
pouches.
got it.
one that's just water, one that's wine, yeah.
Okay, so I print a separate shot glass for Chocolatese, and I fill up wine for both of us, and then I give her a little bit.
She just kind of looks. She just looks at the shot glass for a while, but like you can clearly tell that she wants it. She's just waiting for some kind of sign from you.
I give her a thumbs up and like a hang loose. I'm like trying different.
Yeah, you
Thanks.
try different things, and she just keeps staring at you obediently, kind of shuffling like she really wants it.
I put it down on the floor and step back, and I say cheers. And I drink mine.
Nope. You did not guess the magic word.
Yeah, I'm afraid not. She's very well trained.
I say, let's try this again. So I fill my shot glass a second time.
Oh, Jesus. Ryan's getting hammered.
While this is happening, Pratelin comes up to you, Exo. He's like, hey, my new friends, while you guys have been doing your weird stuff here, it looks like Varel has opened the portal.
Can we behold the portal?
Yeah. It's this giant stone circular or semicircular structure comes out of the ground. It's large enough to fit your big craft through, and you can see, like, sort of shimmering on the other side is this world that looks like it's kind of, semi-arid rolling hills, like a temperate grassland kind of climate you might be coming out onto.
It's opening up right onto the end itself.
Yeah.
Hey, Laniakea.
Yes.
How do you feel about driving this? I just think that's hilarious.
I mean, I could probably drive it.
Okay,
Not
please.
trained in driving this specific spacecraft, but
It's
I just think
easy.
it should-
There's an
yeah.
AI to help you if you get confused. Also, it's not a spacecraft, to be clear. It's like a
I'm on it.
So
Crap.
you guys you're at the steering wheel.
Hell yeah! Like you and I, we'll be at the head of this. You drive. I'm on sensors. We got this. And I offer
Yeah,
her
after-
the fist bump.
After walking through all of the facilities and seeing that they were already taken, I just walked to the
Bridge.
bridge and just sit down in the captain's chair.
Fuck yeah.
And I come in right after you sit down, but I'm like, Chocolatese, where are you? I look under the captain's chair.
I'm like, how did I lose to you in a fight? Jesus Christ.
We're gonna have to have a spin-off podcast where it's just Exo and Chocolatine.
So Orion arrives as well. I assume Chocolatese is
I think this is
following close behind.
like, oh, there you are.
I hand Exo a third shot glass. I
Um,
said, hey, do you know I can make these?
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Have you been drinking this?
I've been trying to, but she's not much of a drinker.
My God, how many have you had, man?
He runs out of fingers. He starts
It's
to
like
slip off his
counting on
shoes.
his fingers and runs out.
He's missing one finger though, so
I grab Chocolatese by the cheeks. I'm like, tell me, at least watered it down, man. And Chocolatese shakes her head in the non-affirmative.
the negative,
Not affirmative.
you might say.
I try to grab him by by the shirt and drag him to the medical bay. I'm like, we have to get you. You need medical attention immediately. We have to pump his stomach.
How strong is this fucking liquor, man?
I wave you off, and I'm like, we have to go.
Orion puts up his finger, finishes his second shot, and then slams it down. Okay.
Can you roll a vigor check, I guess? What's that? Is that a thing?
It's a thing.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Is this our first actual roll that wasn't for your fucking rhinoceros?
Yeah, roll a vigor check. I'm making this. I haven't had time to think about what the effects are of drinking too much of this stuff is. But
this is for Orion, right? Not Chocolates.
Yeah.
yeah, and I mean, Orion might be like hardier than most people I'm familiar with.
Yeah, Orion, why don't you make a vigor check?
I have a D6, I guess. So just click on the little roller thing.
Yeah, click on the little rolly
Yeah.
thing.
What do I get, Drew?
And you got a 4.
Oh God,
It's a
Wait,
success.
that's a
It's a pass.
Hooray!
Yeah, you're okay. You're not
You're drunk,
dead
you're
or
not-
anything.
okay. Like,
Probably drunk.
so I'm starting to panic, but Chocolate's like nips at my heels, and I'm like, what? And I like Ryan and peering at his pupils, and I'm like, my God, this guy's a fucking tank.
Can drink anything.
No, it's not a tank. It has no weapons attack. Oh, sorry. You were talking about something else.
Indeed. I grab the remaining shots from Orion if I can. I don't know if I have to like roll dexterity or anything,
No.
or how hard you hold on to your
I
shit.
think he's pretty intoxicated, so
Okay. I take them.
I'm sure you could do it.
I down one and I give the other to Chocolates, and I'm like, you're the best little girl in the world. I love you so much. And I hug her and give her a kiss on the horn, and then she drinks it.
Wow, that's her. Gotta give her a hug and a kiss.
Mercurio knows.
Yes, I mean I
You've
knew.
seen
I
this?
knew. Every day I'm baffled about how I lost that fight. All right,
Anyway, you'll be all right. Just don't drive the ship for a bit.
Kid Cherub, take us out.
Yeah, well, I will drive us through the portal.
You go through the portal, the planet of Ormarath. You've got a sort of rough idea of geographically where that robot was, sort of when it made contact with Varel. So I assume you probably want to go in that direction, but I don't want to railroad you. Maybe you just go somewhere else.
I apply the sensors. Do I sense? I mean, the air is breathable.
Yeah, I mean, you know about this planet. It's
Okay.
it's a livable planet. There
Okay.
are people that live here. It's like it's a little. Its star is pretty dim, so it's kind of like a Twilight world.
Ooh, just like home. I like it. All right. Anyway, yeah,
Are you wearing sunglasses?
yeah, I am. Also, my sunglasses are aviators, in case anyone was wondering. Also, I have like shaved head with like a mohawk, like a short one, like a faux hawk, I guess, and a very stylized trimmed beard. If anyone wanted to know.
Wait, so even on dim worlds, you still wear sunglasses?
Well, no, we're inside of a cabin that has regular light.
Oh, good point. Yeah.
But also, he wants to look cool.
Yes, that is also very true.
But if we were outside, yeah, we could take it off. Yeah. Anyway, no, we're cool. Keep going. Let's get to this next portal. Oh, actually, we already. So to find the next portal. We already know where it is. Is that what you were saying?
You know roughly where it is. But
Okay.
you don't know exactly like its exact location or like what's going on around it, like why that robot like stopped communicating or anything like that.
Can I cast a prime spell to sense where the portal is more specifically than our understanding as we get closer to it?
Yes, if you're closer to it, you could do that. I mean, you can do it now, but
Okay.
from what you can tell, it's pretty far away.
I'll wait till we're closer.
Couldn't he like summon up extra mana and try it?
No, I don't care. I don't need to know that urgently. I'll just wait until we're as close as our scientific coordinates can get.
So you guys travel across the landscape. Here and there, you see sort of signs of farmsteads and outlying encampments, because there are people that live here. It's a pretty poor world, but it's not empty. You do also occasionally see, this is like a couple days journey, and at night You can see what look like satellites overhead, and occasionally in the distance you can see what look like ruined buildings. So you can tell that there used to be more people here. There used to be more of a society here. And that's not like a secret or anything. Something that's known about this world, but you may or may not have realized it before.
Can I cast a death spell to get a feel for how many people have died in the last 5 years here?
Have died in the last 5 years. What, like in the area that you're at?
Yeah, just like as like I guess I don't know how far reaching it could be, but when I see some, like you're talking about kind of like ruins
Yeah.
or something.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So you could probably do that. Hold on, I have to go back and learn how the actual rules I wrote work because it's been some time.
No, that's exactly why I'm doing it. I'm kind of trying to learn how to do this shit.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, so I'm gonna say if you want to like go to one of these ruins and see what you see, I would say you could cast that spell. You'd probably need to make 2 raises in order to like cover the whole area.
Oh wow. Okay. Do we get close enough to ruins for me to cast that spell?
You might have to go like a little bit out of the way, but it wouldn't be like it might cost you like
Okay.
half an hour or something.
Lonnie, can you get one close to one of these places?
Oh, yeah.
Just so I can.
I mean,
All right.
we're not in a time crunch, so wherever the hell we want to go.
I just want to have a feel for what's going on here before we explore even further. Okay, can I make my death roll?
Yeah, so you want to do 2 reaches just to guarantee that it works.
What are the consequences of reaches?
You might have spell backlash, depending on what happens.
Worth it. Let's try and figure out what this system does.
Yeah, okay. I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do 2 reaches.
Okay.
I did make a roll, and that will count if I needed to make a roll, but...
Yeah. Okay, so you get a 5, so that's a success, and now you've done 2 reaches to improve your spell, so why don't you roll a d6 for backlash? See if anything bad happens.
Alright. Quietly.
Orion takes a step back, gives him some space.
You can't! We're in a fucking tank. Oh! I got a 2.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Oh.
I
Wait.
guess I'm actually supposed to roll that, but it's fine.
If he rolls higher, does that mean something does happen?
Yes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
Whew!
So you want to get that critical miss.
Yeah, do you want a Benny?
Yes.
No! Get the fuck out of here.
Well, that's also, yeah, I should be rolling that because it's not something you should be able to Benny, I don't think.
I see. It's like, yeah, it's the universe
Yeah.
backlashing. It's not
Right.
me.
Is it something you could Benny?
I probably wouldn't.
You're like, this is your 1 in a million chance, but in the
Yeah.
form of a Benny.
Okay, so that spell works, and you don't. Whatever has happened here is older than your that spell
Okay.
looks back.
So this is pretty old.
You don't detect any sort of like, deathly residue here.
I see. Do I have a feel for how far back my death spell sends?
Yes, and I don't remember it off the top of my head, but it's probably in less than a decade. I don't remember.
Okay.
It's written in there somewhere, but
Like more than a year, but less than a decade? Is that
maybe.
maybe? Oh, okay. Well, at least not months, though.
But I mean, it's sort of consistent with like these look pretty old.
Okay.
So it's not like there was a cataclysm here recently or anything.
Okay. And it's not like there's an ongoing war or something.
No.
Okay.
At least nothing that your data files have told you about.
Or my death spell.
Well, right.
Okay.
I just mean like you can double check all of this with like the files you have on hand, and
Yeah.
it's consistent.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Is anyone else gifted in Prime School of Magic?
Not I.
No. Okay.
I didn't study at magic school.
But you could still be gifted.
Why, thank you.
We'll see, you drunk. You fucking lush. I can drink more than you. No. Be good. Be good, Mercurio. We're on a mission.
Don't challenge the tank.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I got lost or not. Are we on a planet that we're looking for a portal for, or did we already go through the portal?
So you went through a portal to get to a planet that you believe might have another portal on it. Will lead somewhere else, somewhere new.
Okay. We're just looking on this desolate landscape, and we're looking for the reason why it's desolate.
Yeah, I was trying to see, like, is this something we should be worried about? But I don't think so. I think we're okay.
And we're trying to find a robot, right? Like a robot went missing, so we know where to
Yeah.
But they should be on the other side of this new portal. Or
No.
No.
So the robot isn't magical. It just can do exploration.
go. Does it have a name?
Yep, maybe, but you didn't get its name
Hmm.
from Varel.
So who's the captain here?
Laniakea. Oh, yeah. Exo is, like, making the calls. Laniakea is driving stick.
That's true. I guess I'm the
Pilot?
pilot, yeah.
So right now we're just looking for some kind of sense of where the other robot is, or where the robot is.
Yeah, and also the portal it's found, if you can possibly find it.
And there was no built-in way to locate this robot already. We're just kind of, it's on the planet somewhere.
No, you just have like the coordinates where it was.
And how long is this journey? A couple days?
Yeah.
Is there any interesting sights along the way? Like if we look out the windows?
Any Eiffel Towers to see?
Big ball of yarn. The biggest one.
Orion says, I've seen bigger.
No, I mean there's nothing like other than what I've described that's like super notable. You see some like wildlife, some big like kind of giant like grazing animals.
Any beautiful vistas?
Yeah, there's some decent vistas, you know. Some twilight sunsets.
Also, Orion's been in prison for 10 years, so he's kind of stoked about it. Kind of a nice,
Yeah.
nice welcome back.
Good.
So, what do we do to pass the time?
Oh, in those couple days?
Yeah.
Question. So this is...
Anybody
Are-
like music?
Hey, you guys, I know a lot about science. Do you guys want to cook some meth?
No!
Just kidding. That was a joke.
Orion's disappointed.
I challenge Caitlin to a series of chess matches.
I don't really know that game that well, but I will give it a shot.
Aye, I'll teach you. And then I guess that's what I do during this couple-day trip.
I attempt to bore Orion with the finer points of horn dog care.
And not even spade.
Like, you do not want one of these animals, man.
You're
There's so much work.
attempting to bore me?
Yeah, I want you to not want to own a horn dog, specifically Chocolatees, because she really likes you, and it's starting to bother.
Can I roll to see if I'm bored?
Yeah, what would that be? Bigger?
Spirit.
Spirit, yeah,
Spirit.
definitely. God damn, you are
Cash
involved.
rolls a 7 for the listeners.
Let's see, I'll roll my spirit. I only got a d4.
No, you're good. You survive.
Am I,
You got a
am I
7.
super bored?
So you're
Is this-
fine.
I'm not bored? I'm like, yeah, tell me more. You know, I really wasn't interested in these horn dogs before, but hang on your every word, man. After being in prison for so long, it'd be nice to have a little buddy.
I continue to be beside myself, just like, I guess, I keep telling you I wanted this to go the opposite direction, but I have to keep telling you because you haven't done anything wrong. Chocolatees loves you. I'm gonna puke.
You're from a Roman soldier planet?
She's never been this into someone else before. It's really weird.
Orion is kind of misinterpreting this as Exo being really into something. So he's not quite sure how to feel because he's been on the inside for a long time. It's been a long time since he's been out. On the one hand, he appreciates having someone to talk to, but he doesn't want to, get into anything serious right now.
And I'm starting to really hate you, but I'm trying to be polite.
But Mercurio, why is the king so shitty? It does not seem like it would be a good ruler.
Yeah, you're right, actually. This is not based off of a meritocracy of any sort.
I see. He is some sort of inbred weakling. I understand.
Exactly. The queen, she's fucking powerful. And you know why? Because the king, who irrationally has the power, chooses the strongest, most badass woman be his spouse.
Oh, I suppose that is one way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like listening to this conversation, just being like, God damn it, Chocolatees. I'm good enough.
Is Chocolatees large/strong enough to ride?
No.
Maybe for me.
Maybe for her.
Hell yeah. Kid Cherub writing chocolatees.
Yeah, while all this shit is going down, I'm just going to be piloting and writing in my journal.
I was just gonna say, so Orion's feeling like a little, now he's been around people too much, and so he goes over to see what Lonnie's doing.
And I am not interested in talking to you at this moment.
Orion nods affirmatively. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you guys head towards the last known sort of location of the robot explorer, and you find nearby. There's sort of a small town. It looks like it's designed to support like the outlying farms and stuff. And you don't really see anything else super noteworthy in the area.
Do they look like they have a military or a militia or some sort of police authority or anything?
Definitely not like a military or like I mean you don't know how their sort of political organization is, but they're not like spending a lot of their GDP on jet fighters.
Okay.
Are they? I thought they were all dead.
No, there's people that live on the planet. There's just so the people that live here now are pretty. They live like sort of pastoral lifestyles, like relatively low tech for the setting. But there are signs that like this used to be like a thriving world with a civilization that had satellites and skyscrapers and that kind of thing.
Can I size them up a little bit? Are they like
Are you
strong?
guys going into town or?
Oh,
I mean, because I'm just you can't.
Was the last known coordinates of the robot in the town?
No, I mean it was in the area of the town. You just don't.
I assume that's our number one priority to try and find it.
Yeah, but we can take some side quests.
Yeah, I mean, so you could like explore the area. You could go into town and see if they know anything. You just got here, basically.
So let's go into town, find out if they have weird herbs / secret fight clubs in basements. Cause like, fuck yeah.
I mean, I also am very dutiful, so I'm looking for the portal and the robot at the same time.
I'm just looking for fighting.
Okay, well, since I'm the pilot, I'll take an immediate 90-degree turn in the vehicle. Everybody gets thrown to the side, but we're headed directly towards town.
Okay, so you swerve towards town. You're heading down like a sort of dirt road that leads there, and before you get there, you see a figure on the side of the road that's sort of like waving you down. You can't see their face. They're wearing like the sort of garment that covers their body, and they're wearing some sort of mask.
So you can't even tell. I can't tell if they're physically fit or not.
No.
Can I use magic?
You can use magic.
You can always use magic.
I look into their body and see all their flaws.
Wow.
Wow.
What?
It's fucking intense. Are you I thought you weren't into primal magic.
I'm gonna heal them.
Okay, so you just want to see if they're like injured and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
They have like shitty cardio and like high cholesterol levels.
right.
Okay, so they're you can definitely do that. They're outside of your touch range, so you're gonna add one reach to do it at sensory range. But other than that, I think you can just roll with it.
Well, yeah, the kind of vehicle we have, it's like big enough that they can't see inside.
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to see
Okay.
you.
So we can cast spells and we don't cause rifts or whatever.
Well, that's more about whether they perceive something as being magical.
Okay.
This is
This is
perception.
not something they're going to be able to detect
Okay.
at all.
Yeah. Also, as far as the scanners on the machine goes, I couldn't really scan their like bio something Star Trek
Their rectal gut biome.
temperature.
I think
Yeah.
you could. You're not going to get as detailed a picture as Exo's magic would.
Yeah, and I'm not actually even gonna make that roll. I just was curious about how to use the ship.
Yeah,
Cool.
definitely could do that.
I just do 1d4. How do I do a raise
What magic school are you using?
life? But I think it's just a 1d4.
It should be.
Terms.
You should be able to just click on your life die, And then the reach effect is something I'll do if you succeed on your roll.
Yeah, I thought your life was your primary thing. You should have a D8 in it.
Yeah, I have it. I just thought it was like a D4 power. I thought I just clicked on it, but nothing happened. Huh?
Oh, it's like a power you could use if you were shitty at the school.
Yeah,
but you're really good at the school.
So yeah, that power level determines like what level you can use it at, but you still will use whatever your skill is that it's higher. You just like wouldn't be allowed to use a D8 power without it having at least a D8.
Yeah, so re-roll that garbage. You just that's.
I was
Laniakea.
just testing.
Oh shit, dude!
Oh yeah.
So got
okay.
a 13 in life.
Yeah, so you can definitely add some stuff to it. Hold on though, let's see if it.
How tight is their sphincter?
I rolled a 13.
Oh man.
Oh shit!
So there is some backlash though, so you do take a wound.
Oh damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
The listener, the backlash roll was a 6.
Yeah, the backlash roll was a 6, so that's one success.
Oh, he rolled a D4 and he got a 6.
No. Damn it. Okay, I rolled a 9 on my D20, so Chocolatiers does not catch me as I stagger back.
It's not really damn. Oh, I see. You're just talking role playing.
Yeah, and I look so hurt at my companion. He just snuggles up to Orion, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening?
And I say, don't worry, man, I'll take good care of her if anything happens to you.
Salt on the wound.
So conflicted.
Oh, it's so fucked
You
up.
seem like a good guy, but I hate you.
So I do want just since this happened, and it's a good sort of way to use it as an example, Justin. Since you did get 2 raises, you can also improve the spell in other ways if you want. So, like, you could increase the subject number, so you can check on this person and like 3 of the people on the boat with you, for instance.
Okay, so I'll check on Chocolatiers, Orion, and I guess Mercurio.
Okay. All right. So all 3 of the people. Well, I guess everyone comes back as healthy. Like, there's nothing wrong with their rectums. And this spell tells you that this person is a human, and I guess it probably is also going to tell you that they have photosynthetic augmentation, which means basically, in addition to being an animal that eats things, they have some amount of photosynthesis ability in their skin, which is actually a fairly common thing for people on sort of farming worlds to have.
The sunbathe for energy.
Just to like sort of augment their.
So they have to eat less, so they can profit the company more.
Probably not like a company on this world that.
I'm sure this was driven by capitalism.
Okay, you're right. Capitalism is the answer to everything. Is there anything else you wanted to know about them that I didn't touch on?
Not that I think I could learn from the spell that I cast.
Okay, they're female, I guess, also, if that matters.
How old? Fighting age?
Yes, they're fighting age, probably in their 30s.
Well, I mean, there's many of us and only one of them. We could go down.
Even if there was many of them and one of us, I would go down.
but we aren't at the coordinates of the thing yet, are we?
No, why? Well, we could greet them to understand their town.
Well, yeah. Can we just roll down the window? Like, I'm gonna hit the power window. The window rolls down.
Hey! I'll call out as like self-proclaimed communications.
Okay, so
officer.
you shout down from this like a couple stories up at this woman, and
then I immediately say it in Gaelic. I mean Gallic.
she takes off her sort of whatever mask that she has on, and she's like, "You guys don't look like you're from around here.
Nope.
Just a warning. Town's gotten weird."
Weird how? Are people a little more aggressive than they should be?
You also notice at this point that she's carrying like what looks like some kind of small carcasses of like rabbits, that kind of thing, and gear on her back. So she might be like a trapper or something like that.
How much for one of those animals? Is that food?
Yeah, that's food. I don't know. Like, what do you got? I don't really need currency.
Is there a common credit?
I think she's using those as food, not as currency.
No, but I'm asking, is there a common currency?
On a world like this, they probably are mostly going to use barter.
Oh. Sorry, I'm not interested. Wait, no, wait, shit. I need to be smarter than this, but I'm not.
I really enjoy this conversation so far. What are you gonna trade for those? Oh, I'm not interested. Never mind.
I'm not smart. Shit, are you smart, Laniakea?
What?
Like, dude, I was gonna buy one to get in. Is that even a good idea?
Get in where?
No.
To build trust with her.
Win over the local.
Yeah, so that we can get a little bit. Fuck it. No, I don't want any of your weird rabbits. Sorry, girl. Keep going, Lonnie.
Oh my god. She's not even selling them.
All right. I mean, good, I guess, because I'm going to eat these.
We appreciate the counsel.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird. I didn't really go into any specifics because this guy was trying to buy my rabbits, but yeah.
Okay, wait. Can you just tell me really quick what made it weird? What's weird in your town?
I mean, it's not my town. I just come in for supplies every so often, but the people, they're not really talking. They kind of they're doing their thing, you know. There's the guy at the general store doing general store shit, but I tried to talk to him, ask him if he's got any beans, and he just kind of stared at me, didn't say anything, started just kind of coming over towards me, and I left. I don't know. It's weird. Just be careful.
All right.
Sounds funky. I'm gonna push all my teammates away and just say, sorry, my friends are weird. Thank you for the knowledge.
Orion wants to know what her name is. I say, what's your name? What's your name?
Gowan.
I also like that 9-year-old is the one that's the most responsible and trusted.
She's got 4 years experience on me, and I'm an idiot.
This is really bad that we're all idiots minus the 9-year-old.
I'm not 9 years old. I'm 30.
I understand that as an idiot, but I'm just saying from a presentation perspective, we're in a giant 4-story fucking tank. And we're going to roll down windows and a 9-year-old is going to call out to people who farm with their hands saying yo, how's it going?
Is Laniakea aware of that synchronicity issue, or what am I looking for?
Synchronicity?
Is she aware that she's a 9-year-old?
Well, because she's not a 9-year-old. She's like a 30-something-year-old. Does she...
But I mean, if she tried to walk into a bar, she would know that they're you're a fucking 9-year-old.
Does she ever want to just whisper into one of our idiot ears and be like, say this, you dumbass?
Well, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
I see.
Ani, just tell me what to say.
Are you talking about some Cyrano de Bergerac shit?
Yeah, exactly.
At this moment, I just told you guys to shut up and get away from the window.
I did it.
You're scaring the locals.
I did it.
To be clear, I'm not scared of you guys. You're just fucking weird. I don't mind weird. Anyway, later.
She's like, the locals aren't even as weird as these fucking people. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you how weird the town has gotten, but I don't know. Maybe you guys will fit right in.
I'm like, beans? And I just stare off into the distance.
Galwin, have you seen anything strange in the environment? Like shimmering portal?
So the portals only open if a magic user opens them. So
I didn't say that then.
Do we have a surplus of rations on the ship?
Oh yeah,
I'll throw down some rations to her and say, thanks for the heads up.
Oh, wow, thank you guys kindly. Have a nice day.
I can't decide if it's exciting or horrifying that Travis is our lead communication person in this campaign.
Doing a good job so far.
Yeah.
It's bad. And now, before the rest of the team can communicate, I'm going to start driving away.
You're going to go towards town?
Towards town, yes.
Orion just waves out the window.
Can I use our sensors to see how many people are in this town? Is that a thing the ship can do?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Let's see, because I think in your thing it said our sensors is a notice roll, but +2. Is that how it works?
I think for something like this, the suite would just be able to tell you.
Okay.
That you have to make a roll.
Yeah. So how many people are in the how many humanoid life forms or
Probably around between 50 and 100.
Oh shit, it's super small. Okay.
But not tiny.
That's tiny, dude.
It's pretty small.
Small, but not tiny. Yeah, I'll just park outside the town.
Going in by
You
foot.
can walk in.
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
we got a big ass ship.
Can I give you a cowboy hat? Where Laniakea?
Sure.
I do that. I mean, I give it to you as a gift. I just am really excited if you decide to.
I will wear it.
Hell yeah. Just from a descriptive point of view, what do you look like as a 9-year-old girl?
What is? I'm not sure what you're
Like
asking.
what are you wearing?
Orion is weirded out.
I don't mean it in like a sexual way, but
Good.
I just, in my mind, you look like a child of the corn. Like pale blue eyes, super pale skin, totally like stark white hair that's long that goes halfway down your back.
She's just an average, half elf, half human, 9-year-old girl.
What about this big ass ship? Does it have? Did Varel give us? Oh yeah, Caitlin. Did Caitlin? Is there any like way to hide this ship? It's huge. There's got to be a way, right?
What do
You don't need to hide it.
I guess we don't need to hide it. But have any of you ever seen Star Trek with the new guys, and they're all running from the natives and stuff? No. Okay.
I mean, you could, I don't know, park it behind some rocks or something.
Oh, all right.
No, the natives have. They're
No,
used to like technology. It's just like an RV.
All right.
Yeah, this is not first contact with an alien
Oh,
group.
okay.
Like this
No.
portal has been open for
Yeah.
a while.
These farmers farm for us. Where do you think your rice comes from?
Don't worry, I'm going to stay on the ship. I have spilled smoothie all over my beautiful red shirt, and I need to give it a wash. I will keep it locked until you come back.
Should we grab some comlinks and get out there?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's grab some comlinks and get out there.
Hey guys, this is Drew. Thanks for listening to Atlas Stellarum. If you enjoyed this rich role-playing experience, you can get more episodes from our website at rrpxp.com or by subscribing to us wherever you get your podcasts. See you next time.